How's it going, guys? So I'm in here working on my shop, and I wanted to do a video on the setup I've been using, and specifically my rods. One of the things that you want to look for, or you want to, when you're getting your equipment and you really want to start out really becoming an angler, and studying all these things to learn how to do better at catching fish. And no, you don't need expensive equipment to catch fish, but at a point it does help actually get the fish in the boat or on land, or the land of fish. So one of the main things, usually you think, oh, what do you want to get first, is everybody thinks of a reel first. Well, what I've been reading and what I do believe now is should be rod first, then line, and then the reel. Okay, why is that? Okay, first off is a good rod is going to allow you to feel those nice strikes, or the little nibbles, the little bitty just as if you're working a lure, working over grass, to be able to tell the difference between a grass or rocks or nibbles, or that nice thump. Besides that is when you actually hook into a fish, you always hear maintain that tension on the line. Well, a good rod is going to allow you to maintain that tension. When it's fighting, it's going to absorb all that shock of the head shaking, or of it quickly turning and trying to come back on you, and allow you to reel up that slack and maintain that tension, and at the same time not too much tension. You always hear about losing a fish when you horse in a fish. Well, if you're horsing in a fish with a stiff pole, yeah, you can potentially break them off, or break the pole, or just lose the fish in general. So one of the setups that brings me to these particular rods that I've actually been using, and luckily, because I truly believe in this brand of rods, and that is the Cajun Rods series. I own three different series of these rods. I have the Cajun Coastal Rod, I have the Revenant Elite, and Atlet Rod. And for the most part, I use them for different things, little bit different setups. Man, y'all, I know y'all always hear my dog barking every time I'm doing a video, but I actually was chosen to get on their pro staff of the Cajun Rods, and I really enjoy these rods, and I wouldn't do it if I really didn't believe in these rods. So let's start with my first setup. I got my new Saltwater MQ on the Cajun Coastal Rod here. I'll go ahead and do a little better close-up on the setup. And one of the cool things about it is the Cajun Coastal Rod is a all-around fishing rod. It's a medium fast action, 6'9", and one of the reasons why I like it is got the short tail on it. And the reason I say it's all around good rod is not only the backbone is good, it's got that fast tip, and the thing about this short tail is it's real good for especially people like me, got a little bit of a gut here. I say a little bit, right? So, anyways, I digress. The short tail here allows it not to be hitting me in the chest when I'm on the kayak. Works real good if you're wade fishing, actually. Same reason, you're not hitting yourself. Paired up with a 2500 will, even a light 2500 like this Saltiste, you know, you can throw this one-handed. They're very lightweight. Can handle anything from bull reds to big gaff top. You know, I know you've seen that, but it will even, I don't know if you've seen it, I caught my big PB drum on this rod. It's got Fuji eyes on it. One of the things, if you don't know why Fuji eyes are so good, is they don't rust. They just last. They're really good, and they just last. Another thing about these Cajun rods is, I mean, you practically can bend them in half. I mean, I'll put a link or a clip of the owner showing you how they bend, and
not unlike the 6'6" casting or 6'6" spin, 7-foot casting. We build our Savannah series on American graphite and standard intermediate modules. We run the blend that gives you the right balance of sensitivity versus power versus performance. But it also gives us just an incredible durability on this rod. You know, at Cajun, we build things country boy tough. We want to be sure that when you spend your hard-earned money, you're spending on a product that that not only can you depend on, but you've got the confidence on when you're out on the water. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and put her into a good solid bend just to show you kind of what the power is. Again, the 7-foot model, and this rod here, lots of strength, lots of power. I've actually got a prior down in between to get her to bend down because she's just so strong. You won't do this with a conventional fishing rod, and you can do this with a Cajun rod because we build them right the first time. We start with the right products and the right ingredients, and we put the engineering into our rod blanks and our tapers and the materials that we use. We build our rod right here in the U.S., and when you build it right the first time with the right ingredients, this is what you get.
That's pretty crazy. And as far as sensitivity, they're amazing. You can feel just the very, very slightest little taps or nibbles with these rods. One of the things is, the next thing was, I talked about pairing it with a good line, is these things absolutely excel with braided line, and it allows you to feel that those little nibbles and those, just, you know, the difference again from coming up over rocks or grass, and know the difference between a rock or grass and a nice little nibble of fish, be ready to, you know, possibly a flounder. Another series is the Atlet Rod. This is a medium fast action also, but the thing about this Atlet Rod, it's the red one, if you're looking at it, and it has, the tail is not, it's a little longer, it's not as short as the Cajun Coastal, I should say, and it's got the higher density cork on it. You can get it in all these rods. You can get it in a separated handle or the full handle. Again, these also have the Fuji eyes on it, but one of the things about this particular Atlet rod, they actually gear this particular rod for throwing plastics. It's the backbone is a little bit stronger, and the tip is a little bit faster, a little bit more flexible. When you hear that fast action, that means the tip is very flexible. And I tell you what, there is a difference in throwing plastics with this rod. It actually throws, it's pretty amazing. And again, when fighting a fish, it'll handle just about anything you need it to. Very, very confident in these rods. Another one, I have it set up on I use it for my popping cork rod, and that is the Revenant Elite. This one right here, I have a 3500 on it. No particular reason. Mainly I wanted have more little line on it. Wanted it to be a little bit, maybe my pier rod, pop and cork rod to withstand. The backbone on this is extra strong. If I didn't say, and I don't think I did, but Cajun Rod makes their own rods, their own blanks. They don't get a blank from somebody else. They make their own. And this is a tubular design. They're all, I believe, have their fiber flex technology in it. It's all made out of carbon fiber. A lot of these other ones are made of graphite, and it totally makes the biggest difference in sensitivity and strength. And made in USA, absolutely amazing rods, guys. The Revenant Elite, another thing, it's good for jigging. And I actually use this for when I know that I'm gonna hit a bigger fish. And again, they will all handle it. I just know that this one is very stronger, and surprisingly enough, I didn't realize until just now, this is a medium fast action. Along with the Atlet rod, will handle a 16th ounce lure. And I actually didn't even know that until just now. I actually believe, I thought it was a little, I didn't realize it would handle that. Makes me think about other options I could use this rod for. One of the things that you probably saw in these, in particular my Cajun Coastal, is this tan grip. This is actually a grip I got from Rocket Grips, and you can get it custom with your name on it. I wanted something that had my name on it. I've seen people that had some different colors on it. I just thought it was neat. I'll put the link on this Rocket Grip if y'all are interested. And another cool things, guys, is I was able to talk to Cajun Rods, and I'm able to get you 15% off on your order. They actually already have free shipping. I ordered these rods, and they ship them in a tube to your house, and they're ready to go. So that code is CAN215 for 15% off. I'll put it linked down in the description and the comments. I'll try to remember to put it in the comments. And it's good for a while. So don't worry about you know, if you're not in a hurry for a rod. But definitely, guys, check the Cajun Coastals. Cajun Coastals, all around great rod. Atlet rod is it's not mainly, it's you can use it as a great plastics, throwing smaller lures. And Revenant Elite is definitely a strong for those heavier applications. So again, guys, tight lines, check them out. Don't forget the special code CAN215. I'll put it in the link again. And tell me what you think. You have a Cajun rod, and what do you think about them? That's about it. Let's go fishing.